Welcome to Madame Defarge and Friends. Welcome everyone to Tea Time with Madame Defarge. I'm Madame Defarge, leader of the Women Revolutionaries, beheader of the rude rich people, and your esteemed host. Today's topic is revenge. We have some special guests today in the Novel House. Let's introduce them. Coming all the way from South Africa, we have John Kamala.
Thank you so much, Madam, for having me. I'm sure this is an incredible opportunity for you all.
Okay, thank you, John. Next up, we have Sydney Carden, all the way from London.
Oh, is that me? Well, I'm just so excited to be here right now. I'm very, very excited. Oh, wonderful. Okay, bye.
At 5 o'clock somewhere. Can somebody please get him some water? Anyway, next up, we have Justine Moritz, all the way from Geneva.
Hello, everyone. I want to thank Madame Defarge for letting me on the show. I never thought anyone like me could ever end up on a show like this, and I think it's so nice. Thank you.
Last but not least, joining us from the sky, known for getting other people's feathers in a twist, we have an albatross.
Excuse me, Madame Defarge, that's the albatross to you. Anyways, hi everyone, I'm the albatross. You might remember me from some of the hit stories like Rime of the Ancient Mariner, and I was also an extra in book 2, letter 1 of, or something like that, of Mary Shelley's Frankenstein.
I've gathered all of you here today because y'all got problems and we're here to solve them. Albatross, you got a great history of causing trouble. Care to elaborate?
Well, you know, usually I'm a symbol of happiness, good luck. When people think of me, it's usually a good thing. But that doesn't mean that if someone crosses me, I'm gonna be all cordial about it. When I got shot by the crossbow back in '98, I got my curse on. So, you know, I can be a bit of a burden, but that doesn't mean that, you know, my revenge is ever unprovoked.
Thanks, Albie. So we're on the topic of revenge. Do you think revenge is ever justified, and if under what circumstances?
Well, in response to Albatross.
That's the albatross, sweetie. Don't let me flip the ship over.
Terribly sorry. In response to the comments the Albatross made, I don't think it's ever appropriate to commit revenge. I believe that God has the power to punish sinners and not imperfect humans. Aren't you the one that killed that little boy? First of all, it is very rude to point that out. Incredibly rude. And second of all, I loved William like a little brother, and I did not kill him.
Oh, I didn't see you there. Have you ever needed to get a loved one back? Well, you can't, but what you can do is make a profit off of their dead body, and that's why you need Resurrection Man. For only 40 payments of $59.99, you can have your loved one's money in your wallet. And all you have to do is hire Jerry Cruncher, our certified Resurrection Man, and get him to dig up your family member, auntie, uncle, boo, bae, whatever, and sell them to science. I heard there's a really cool guy named Frankenstein that'll love that one.
Hi citizens! Welcome back to my channel. Today we're doing a DIY on how to start a revolution. Everything you need to know to start your own.
Has your whole crew ever died of starvation from a magical curse? Or has your whole family ever been killed by a monster, so you have to follow them through the ocean all the way to Antarctica? Well, you're in luck, because if that applies to you, what you need is ship insurance. We've got it covered for only $4,000 every month. We can insure your ships to protect against ancient curses.
It was the monster.
That's what we need to protect against. Get ship insurance, and you won't have to worry about that.
John, we haven't heard from you yet. Enlighten us.
Well, as a prominent leader of the people, I believe that 9 times out of 10, revenge is justified. I mean, it is called revenge for a reason.
only becomes an issue if you get caught.
Interesting point, John.
Excuse me, Teresa. I was not done speaking.
It's Therese to you, sir.
Yeah, whatever, Tessa.
Moving on, how far would you go to obtain revenge on someone who destroyed your family?
What an awful thing to think about. I don't think I could do that to anyone. I don't have a stomach for violence after what happened to my family. Whether I know them or not, I can't see anyone die.
Well, hopefully it would never get to the point where I would need to use revenge. When it comes to the people I love, I lay it all on the line. I'm such a failure, and the one thing I need to do is save my family. So it should never get to the point where I have to use revenge. Because I love Lucy. I mean, just the people I love. I need to be good to them.
What kind of life are you living? Everyone could use a little revenge. It's good for the soul.
Exactly. We need more politicians like this guy right here. Sometimes drastic times calls for drastic measures. Ask the damn Mariner and his crew.
Well, this has been disheartening. Well, obviously we have different ideas about morals. I wish to find some common ground. Do you think revenge achieves any kind of justice?
Well, okay, I can answer that. I know firsthand the horrible power that aristocracy held over me and others like me. The revenge that I enacted on these people, whether or not I knew them personally, does achieve this justice.
I do not care if they are a stranger. If they are inhumane enough to commit the injustices they inflict, then they should be able to handle whatever revenge they have coming towards them.
Well, only if it's for love.
As much as I appreciate that sentiment, I think we can agree to disagree.
I think justice is fully served only when people truly learn from their mistakes. And although a couple people here love to do a little roughing up, it isn't enough to obtain justice just through physical punishment. So justice to me would mean knowing that crime would not happen again.
Yeah. And sometimes you have to take justice into your own hands. I once knew someone who was accused of a crime just for who he was, and I know I had to save him. So I made the justice for the world and sacrificed it all for love, not revenge. I'm telling you people, it is all about love.
For once, I agree with Carter. In South Africa, I had to personally vouch for the justice of my people due to the absurd denial of their rights.
I also shockingly agree with the two of you, though I do disagree with the methods that you two use. I believe justice can be achieved if a legal proceeding is done correctly and fairly.
So, how do you all think our society treats people who achieve revenge?
Well, for me, situations are judged differently depending on who's there. We don't really have a final judgment when it came to my situation. Some people could define my actions, I sure could, and some people could say the name didn't deserve it.
I'm someone who's been killed because of desire for revenge, and people too often jump into conclusions when it comes to dramatic events. I feel that the creature is too often pitied for his creation and upbringing, which can downplay the effects his actions had. However, I've decided, just like when I was tried for murder, that this must all be a part of a greater story, and that I'm not going to fight it.
For me, at least, my fellow revolutionaries will not look down upon me for achieving revenge. Instead, it would be a lot of mob mentality for the same cause.
So I guess that we can all agree. The societal reactions to revenge tend to vary and can often be controversial based on one's experiences and point of view.
Great. That's all the time we have today. Thanks for watching. Tune in next time when we talk about why reading checks have a negative effect on students.
Oh, look at that. We landed in the ocean. Has your ever...
Yes.
I'm Madame Defarge, leader of the Women Revolutionary, beheader of the rich white people. Sorry. Welcome everyone. Sorry. Welcome, themed host. Today's topic is.
Today we're gonna. Wait. Okay, I got you.
Welcome everyone to Tea Time with Madame Defarge. I'm Madame Defarge, leader of the Women Revolutionaries.
I'm sorry.
Stop. We're here to solve.
Shit, I forgot what to say. Wait.
Excuse me. Wait.
I've gathered all of you here today because y'all got issues and we're here to solve them.
And then you talk to the
Say something.
It's called revenge for a
Interesting
reason.
point.
It only becomes an issue if you get caught.
Sorry.
What did I tell you?
I'm sorry.
Cut. It's fine.
I can't see it. I honestly can't. What if it's
Great. That's all the time we have today. Thanks for watching. Be sure to tune in next time when we talk about why reading checks are having shit. Sorry.